The Anyar to Panarukan road, a road associated with forced labor, death, cruelty, and many other hideous facts. But is it true that the colonial government employed forced labor in the process of building it? Is it true that the man, Herman Willem Daendels, who had the plan to build it, was a cruel person? Is it true that the numbers of deaths was as high as 12,000? Now, in this presentation, I will tell you and discuss about several facts about the Anyar to Panarukan road construction, a little bit about the man who built it, the cost and the impacts of it, and I hope that through this presentation I can clarify some points. So hello, Mr. Ferry. I hope you will enjoy this presentation. Right. Before we discuss anything else, we must know what this road is and where it was built. So the Jalan Anyar Panarukan, or the Growth Postway, is a 1,000-kilometer road built for defense, to ease logistics for transports, and to improve the economy. So who built it? Herman Willem Daendels. Herman Willem Daendels was a Dutchman. He was also a French loyalist, as evident from his former position as the head or the commander of the Foreign Legion Army of France. Now, because of this, Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte deemed him to be appropriate as a Governor General of the East Indies. Therefore, he ordered his brother, King Louis of the Netherlands, to appoint Herman Willem Daendels as the Governor General of East Indies. Afterwards, Herman Willem Daendels was tasked to improve the government system, improve the welfare of the native people, and to protect against the attack of the British. So when was the road built? It was built from 1808 until 1809. Now, the road itself has two segments. The first road was built from Boitzenburg to Cirebon. A little backstory: when Herman Willem Daendels arrived in the colony, he saw that the roads were not connected, and even if it were connected, it wasn't as large or accessible for logistics, for soldiers to travel. Therefore, he decided to improve the roads and build it so that it will connect with each other. On 1808, he tasked Colonel von Looslo to build or to create a map of Boitzenburg, which is Bogor, until Cirebon. So that was the first segment. So that is the first segment of the roads. Now, after he built the road to Cirebon, the Dutch colonial government had insufficient funds, and therefore Daendels met up with 38 regions of Central and East Java and decided to come up with a system of herendiensten, in which the people were obliged to work for the dukes and regents in order for the road to be completed. So the initial plan was to connect Cirebon up until Surabaya, but Daendels decided that Panarukan was a very important city because of several sugar and the other kind of commodities located there. And he also feared that the British could attack from the east, which is Panarukan, and therefore he must secure the city. After it was built, it provided several benefits. Firstly, it is to ease logistics distribution, which contributed in economic growth. Why? Because commodities can now be transferred easily to government warehouses, and the roads allow the travel time to be less. Thirdly, was to ease communication with officials. Now, at the first slide, or at the second slide, there was a mention of the growth postwick. Now, this name was taken because of the fact that Daendels constructed numerous post offices along the Anyar to Panarukan road. Because of it, it is called the Growth Postwick or the Great Postwick. Because of this, because of the construction of these post offices, the main government in Batavia could connect with the other residencies of Java easily. And fourth is the Dutch now are able or is able to move freely without pressure from the British. So the British were blockading or patrolling on the sea or at the sea. And therefore, the Dutch can't transfer their goods or soldiers without British interception if they use ships. Because of this road, they're able to transfer their goods and soldiers via roads without the pressure from the British. So now I will be discussing about how it was built according to most history books. So it is said that Daendels ordered forced labor to complete the road, resulting in the deaths of up to 12,000 workers, according to the British. But I have several facts that I want to argue in this presentation to prove that the road was not as violent, as cruel, as it is depicted as. The first fact is that Daendels paid the workers. He prepared 30,000 ringgit. So in the plakat book, the amount of money that each man gets is clearly stated. For example, if you see here, Van Cisarua or from Cisarua, Tot Cianjur or to Cianjur, each man receives 10 ringgit. So it is clearly stated here that the government did pay the workers. Fact number 2, when the colonial government ran out of money, they employed the system called Herendiensten, in which the people were obliged to work for their kings or their regents to complete this road. Now, I want to underline the word oblige and differentiate it with the word forced labor. Force means that you must do it or not there will be repercussions. On the other hand, oblige means that you are morally bound to do something. Therefore, the Herendiensten system doesn't force the people to work. Instead, it is a system in which the people can work for the kings or the dukes if they are obliged to, if they want to. Okay. Fact number 3, the number of that can be confirmed. The people who wrote about it was possibly biased. We have to remember the British was having a conflict with the Dutch, and therefore the number of deaths could be exaggerated in order to make the Dutch look bad. Thank you for watching the video.